Hello there, my dear friend. I am so glad you have found your way here tonight. Come in, come in. The wind out there has a chill to it, doesn't it? It can get into your bones, make you feel tired and a little empty. Please come inside where it is still. Tonight, our journey is a little different. We are not going to a moonlit garden or a cozy tea house filled with the scent of jasmine. Tonight, we are going on a journey inward, to a place that is perhaps even more important. A place that you might have been avoiding for a little while. We are going to visit the very center of your own heart, the place where your inner fire is meant to burn. Don't be afraid. I will be with you every step of the way. And this is a journey of gentleness, of kindness, not of judgment. So, find your most comfortable position. Let your body settle into a state of deep rest. Take a slow, soft breath in. And as you breathe out, let the weary sound of the wind outside carry away the noise of your. With each breath, feel yourself turning your attention inward, away from the cold, busy world, and toward the quiet landscape of your own inner being. Imagine, if you will, that you are walking down a long, quiet corridor. The walls are made of smooth, dark stone, and the only light comes from some unseen source far ahead. Your footsteps make no sound. This is a path within yourself. As you walk, you feel a sense of profound stillness, but it's a cold stillness, a stillness of emptiness. At the end of the corridor, you see an opening. It leads into a vast, circular chamber, like the inside of an ancient, domed temple. This is the central chamber of your heart. It is a place of immense strength and potential. But as you step inside, you notice something. It is cold in here. The air is still and heavy, and you can see your own breath misting in front of you. In the very center of this great circular room, there is a large stone hearth, a fire pit. It is beautifully made, built to hold a magnificent roaring fire. A fire that could warm this entire chamber and fill it with a joyful, dancing light. But the hearth is cold. It is dark. Let's walk closer. There is no danger here. As you approach, you can see that the hearth is filled with old ashes, gray and white. And amongst the ashes, you can see the charred remains of old logs. These are the logs of your old passions, your old energies, your old motivations. They burned brightly once, but now they are spent. They have given all their warmth, and this is all that is left. This is what burnout feels like, doesn't it? This cold, quiet emptiness. The feeling that the fire that once drove you, that warmed you, that lit your way, has gone out. It can be a scary, lonely feeling. We often try to ignore it. We pretend we are still warm. We put on a brave face for the world. But inside, we feel this deep, quiet cold. But I want you to look closer. Kneel down by the edge of this cold, silent hearth. Don't be afraid to touch the ashes. They are not dirty. They are the honorable remains of a well-spent fire. They are a sign that you have given so much. You have burned brightly for others, for your work, for your family, for your dreams. It is no wonder that you are tired. It is no wonder that the fire has died down. Every fire, no matter how magnificent, eventually consumes its fuel. So, the first thing we must do, my friend, is to honor this emptiness. We will not judge it. We will not be afraid of it. We will simply be with it. We will sit here together in the quiet, cold stillness of this sacred chamber, and we will honor the fire that was. We will thank it for its warmth, for its light, for its service. Place your hand on your own heart. Feel its steady, quiet beat. Even in the cold, it continues its faithful rhythm. It is still here. You are still here. And that is a miracle. As we sit here, in this state of quiet acceptance, we are preparing the space for something new. We are not going to try and force a fire to light from these dead ashes. That would be a waste of our precious remaining energy. No. A wise person knows that before you can build a new fire, you must first gently and with great respect clear the old hearth. And that is what we will do next. We will not be afraid of the emptiness, for in this emptiness we will find the space for a new and perhaps even more beautiful flame to be born. But for now, just rest. Rest in the quiet truth of where you are right now. It is okay to be in the cold. It is okay to be in the dark, because it is only from the deepest darkness that we can truly appreciate the return of the light. So here we are, sitting together in the quiet, cold stillness of this sacred central chamber. We are not afraid of the darkness. We are not ashamed of the cold hearth at our center. We have taken the time to honor the fire that was, to acknowledge the immense energy that you have given, and in this quiet acceptance, we have found a strange kind of peace, a starting point. A new fire cannot be built upon the remains of an old one. To try and light a new flame on a bed of cold, compacted ash would be a fool's errand. It would be a frustrating struggle, and the tiny spark of our effort would quickly be smothered. The wise person knows that before any new beginning, there must first be a gentle clearing of the old. We must create an open, clean, and receptive space for the new flame to be born. So, let us now tend to this cold hearth. This is not a chore. This is a ritual of release, a sacred act of letting go. Imagine, beside the hearth, a simple set of tools is waiting for you. There is a small brush made from soft, natural fibers, and a simple, flat dustpan, perhaps made of a dark, cool copper. They are not harsh, industrial tools. They are gentle, mindful instruments. Let's begin. Take the soft brush in your hand. Feel the texture of its bristles. Now, very gently, begin to sweep the old. ashes. As you do, I want you to think of these ashes not as failures or endings, but as the stories of the energy you have spent, this fine gray powder. Perhaps this represents the thousands of small daily tasks, the endless giving of your attention and care that has left you feeling so depleted. As you sweep it gently into a small pile, you are not angrily discarding it, you are acknowledging it. You can say to it in your mind, "Thank you for your service. Your time is done now. I release you." And see these larger, charred pieces of wood? The dark, brittle remains of the logs that once burned so brightly. Each one is a story of a great passion, a major project, a deep emotional investment. This one, perhaps, was a job you poured your heart into. This other one, a relationship that required so much of your warmth. They are not beautiful anymore. They are just spent. As you gently brush them together with the ash, you are honoring their memory, but you are also releasing your attachment to the way they used to be. You are accepting that their fire has gone out, and that is okay. It does not diminish the warmth they once gave. Thank you for the light you brought into my life. I release you now with gratitude. With each slow, rhythmic sweep of the brush, you are performing an act of mental and spiritual hygiene. You are clearing out old resentments, old regrets, old identities that no longer serve you. You are sweeping away the feeling that you should still be burning as brightly as you once did. You are making peace with the present moment, exactly as it is, quiet, empty, and cold, but also full of potential. Once you have gathered all the ash and charred remains into a single pile, gently scoop them into the copper dustpan. Feel the surprising lightness of it all. The remnants of our greatest efforts and worries are often much lighter than we imagine. Carry the dustpan to the edge of the great chamber, where you see a small, low opening in the stone wall. This is a channel that leads back out into the world. As you tilt the dustpan and let the ashes slide away into the darkness, you feel a profound sense of release. You are not holding on to the past anymore. You are not defined by the fire you once were. You have created a clean slate. Now, return to the hearth. Look at it. The stone is now clean, dark, and empty. It is a beautiful, receptive space. It is a perfect foundation. It feels hopeful. But a fire needs more than just a clean hearth. It needs fuel. And we will not start with great, heavy logs. That would be too much for a new, small flame. We must start with the most delicate of materials. We must start with kindling. Kindling is the small, dry, and easily flammable material that catches the first spark and gently nurtures it into a stable flame. In our inner world, kindling is not made of wood. It is made of small, simple, and gentle moments of goodness. Let's go on a quiet walk around the edges of this great, dark chamber of our heart. We are going on a treasure hunt. We are searching for our kindling. What does this kindling look like? It can be anything. Perhaps you see a single, dry, silvery leaf in a corner. As you pick it up, you realize it represents a small, simple moment of gratitude from your day. The taste of your morning coffee, the warmth of a blanket, a kind word from a stranger. It is not a grand passion. It is just a small, simple, and beautiful thing. Hold it gently. This is a precious piece of fuel. Place it carefully in the center of your clean hearth. Let's keep looking. Over there, you see a small, dried piece of moss. It is soft and resilient. As you touch it, you realize it represents a moment of self-compassion. A moment today where you chose not to be hard on yourself. A moment where you allowed yourself to be imperfect. It is a tiny victory of gentleness. This too is fuel. Add it to the hearth. What else can we find? Perhaps a long, thin strip of dry bark. This can be a memory of a genuine smile or a moment of quiet laughter. Not a life-changing event, just a small spark of simple, uncomplicated joy. Place it gently with the other pieces. Let's find one more. You see a small, fallen feather. It is light and beautiful. This feather represents a moment of lightness. A moment where you felt, even for a second, a sense of freedom from your burdens. A moment of simple, quiet hope. This is very powerful kindling. Add it to the pile. Now, step back and look at our work. In the center of the clean, dark hearth, there is a small, carefully arranged nest. A nest made of gratitude, self-compassion, simple joy, and quiet hope. It is not a huge pile of fuel. It is not meant to be. It is just a small, humble, and very precious offering. It is an invitation for a new spark to find a safe and welcoming home. We have cleared away the old, we have gathered the gentle beginnings of the new. The space is ready. The fuel is in place. All that is missing is the spark. And the search for that spark is a journey of its own. But for now, let us rest. Let us sit with this feeling of a clean and hopeful emptiness. An emptiness that is no longer cold and desolate, but pregnant with a new and gentle possibility. The hardest work is done. The rest will unfold with grace. So, let us take a moment to be with what we have created. We are sitting before a clean, dark, and empty hearth. In its very center rests a small, carefully arranged nest of our most gentle and hopeful findings. A leaf of gratitude, a piece of moss for self-compassion, a strip of bark from a moment of simple joy, a feather of lightness. It is a humble and beautiful offering. It is an invitation, a perfect, safe, and welcoming home for a new flame. But a fire, no matter how well prepared, cannot light itself. It needs a catalyst. It needs a spark. And this, my friend, is where so many of us get stuck. We wait for the spark to come from the outside. We wait for a grand event, a new person, a big success to come and relight our fire for us. We look for a bolt of lightning from the heavens, but the wise person knows that the most reliable, the most enduring, and the most sacred spark is the one that you can find within yourself. This is not a spark of great passion or ambition. Not yet. That would be too much for our delicate kindling. No. The spark we are looking for is much smaller, much quieter, and much, much older. It is a tiny, primordial spark of life itself. It is the spark of hope, the spark of resilience, the spark that has kept you going, even on the coldest and darkest of nights. It has never, ever gone out completely. It might be hidden. It might be buried deep. But it is there. And tonight, we are going to find it. This is not a search of effort. It is a search of surrender, of deep, quiet listening. So, I invite you to close your eyes in your imagination. Turn your awareness away from the hearth, away from the chamber, and turn it completely inward. Go deeper than you have gone before. Go past the chattering thoughts of the mind. Go past the swirling emotions of the heart. Journey down, 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 into the very core of your being, to the quiet, still, and silent place that is the very source of you. This place is beyond words, beyond images. It is just a feeling of deep, profound presence. Let yourself rest in this silent, empty space. There is no need to do anything here, no need to look for anything, just be. And as you rest in this deep, inner silence, I want you to ask a very simple, very gentle question. Not with your mind, but with your heart. The question is this: where is the part of me that still hopes? Where is the part of me that has not given up? Don't search for an answer. Don't try to think of one. Just let the question float like a single feather into the vast, quiet space of your inner world. And then, just listen. Listen with your whole being. You may not get an answer in words. You may not see a flashing light. The answer may come as a feeling, a tiny, almost imperceptible sensation of warmth somewhere in your body. It might be in the center of your chest. It might be deep in your belly. It might be a tiny tingling in your hands. It doesn't matter where it is. When you feel it, just gently, lovingly, place your attention there. This tiny, faint warmth. This is it. This is the spark. It is the pilot light of your soul. It is the unextinguishable flame of your life force. It has been there all along, faithfully burning in the deepest, most protected part of you, waiting for you to remember it. Don't try to make it bigger. Don't try to analyze it. Just be with it. Acknowledge it with a feeling of gentle reverence. You can say to it in your mind, "Ah, there you are. I remember you now." Feel a sense of quiet gratitude for this tiny, resilient spark. It has weathered so many storms, it has survived. So much cold and so much darkness. And yet, it is still here. It is still alive. It is a testament to your own incredible, quiet strength. Now, we must be very careful. This spark is precious and delicate. We cannot just grab it and force it into our kindling. We must invite it. We must coax it out with gentleness and with love. Imagine now that you can cup your hands around this tiny point of warmth within you. You are not holding it tightly. You are creating a safe, protected space around it. Like you are protecting a tiny candle flame from the wind. Feel the gentle, subtle warmth of this spark on the palms of your imaginary hands. Now, very slowly, very gently, we are going to carry this spark from the deep inner core of your being back up to the surface. Imagine yourself walking back up that long, silent corridor of your inner world. Your hands cupped protectively around this tiny, precious light. As you arrive back in the great, central chamber of your heart, you can feel that the room is not quite as cold as it was before. The simple presence of this tiny spark is already beginning to change the atmosphere. Approach the clean, dark hearth. Kneel before the small, hopeful nest of kindling you have prepared. Now, with the utmost care, open your hands and gently place this tiny, glowing spark right in the very center of the soft, dry moss and the silvery leaves. There, the spark is in place. It is a tiny, single point of warm, orange light in the center of the dark hearth. It is beautiful, it is precious, and it is very, very vulnerable. Our work is not done. A spark on its own will quickly die. It needs the one thing that can transform it from a fleeting possibility into a living, breathing flame. It needs our breath. And that is what we will do next. So, here we are, kneeling in the deep, quiet stillness of our inner sanctum. Before us is the clean hearth, holding our small, precious nest of kindling, our hopes, our joys, our simple gratitudes. And in the very center of that nest rests the single, tiny, glowing spark we have carried up from the deepest, most resilient core of our being. It is a tiny, single point of warm, orange light in the vast, cool darkness. It is beautiful, it is precious, and it is very, very vulnerable. Our work is not yet done. A spark on its own, left to the cold, still air, will quickly die. It will fade and vanish, and the hearth will be cold once more. A spark needs a catalyst to transform it from a fleeting possibility into a living, breathing flame. It needs the one thing that can connect our intention to the physical world. It needs our breath. But not just any breath. If we were to blow on this tiny spark with force, with the frantic, powerful gust of anxiety or impatience, we would surely blow it out. How often have we extinguished our own new beginnings with the harsh wind of our own self-criticism or our desperate need for instant results? No, that is not the way of the wise gardener of the flame. The breath we need now is a different kind of breath entirely. It is a gentle, warm, and loving breath. A breath of pure, unconditional encouragement. So, I invite you to get comfortable. Lean closer to the hearth in your imagination. Bring your face down, close to that tiny glowing spark. Now, let's take a moment to prepare our breath. First, just breathe normally. Notice the quality of your breath right now. Is it shallow? Is it quick? Is it tight in your chest? Whatever it is, it's okay. We are not judging it. We are just noticing. Now, let's transform it. Let's take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. But this time, I want you to imagine you are not just breathing in air. You are breathing in a feeling of pure, liquid gold compassion. Imagine this warm, golden light filling your lungs, swirling in your chest. It is the very essence of kindness. It is the feeling of a warm, loving hug. Hold that breath and that feeling for just a moment. Now, we are going to breathe out, but not in a sigh. Purse your lips gently as if you were about to whisper a secret. And now, very, very slowly, and with the utmost gentleness, breathe out a long, thin, steady stream of air. Direct this stream of breath right at the base of the tiny, glowing spark. As you breathe out, you are not just breathing out air. You are breathing out that golden warmth. You are breathing out your encouragement. You are breathing out your love. You are whispering to the spark with your very breath. It's okay. You can grow. You are safe here. Watch what happens. As your first gentle, warm breath touches the spark, it glows a little brighter, just for a second. It flickers with a new and hopeful energy. It has received your gift. Let's do it again. A slow, deep inhalation of pure golden compassion. Feel it fill you up. And now, a long, slow, gentle, and loving exhalation directed right at the heart of the spark. I believe in you. Your breath whispers. You have the strength to become a flame. Watch again. The spark brightens, and this time it catches. A tiny wisp of smoke, fragrant with the scent of dry moss and leaves, curls up into the still air, and a tiny, almost invisible flicker of a flame, no bigger than the head of a match, appears at the edge of the spark. It dances for a moment, and then it holds. It is alive. We must continue. We must be patient. This is the most delicate stage. Our job is to nurture this tiny, new flame, not to rush it. So, we continue our rhythmic, loving breath. A deep breath in, gathering all the kindness in the universe, and a long, slow, steady breath out, offering it freely to this new beginning. With each exhalation, the tiny flame grows a little stronger. It begins to lick at the edges of the silvery leaf of gratitude. The leaf begins to blacken at the edges, and then it too catches fire. A small, bright orange flame joins the first one. Now there are two. We continue to breathe gently lovingly, patiently. The flames now find the strip of bark, our memory of simple joy. It takes a moment, but then it too begins to grow, and then it ignites, adding its bright, cheerful energy to the growing fire. The light is getting stronger now. It is beginning to push back the deep shadows in the chamber. You can start to see the soft curves of the stone walls around you, illuminated by the gentle, dancing light of your own making. We continue our steady, compassionate breath. The growing flames now reach the soft, dry moss of self-compassion. This is a fuel that burns with a soft, steady, and smokeless light. As it catches, the fire doesn't get wilder, but it becomes fuller, more stable. And finally, the flames find the last piece of our kindling, the single light feather of hope. It doesn't burn with a great fire. It simply vanishes in a flash of bright, white light, releasing its pure light energy into the heart of the fire. And now, we can stop. We can lean back. Look at what you have done. Look at what your gentle, patient, and loving breath has created. In the center of your hearth, where there was once only a single, vulnerable spark, there is now a small, stable, and beautiful fire. It is not a roaring bonfire. It is not a raging inferno. It is a gentle, soft, and cheerful little campfire. It crackles and pops with a happy, peaceful sound. It casts a warm, golden, dancing light upon your face and upon the walls of the great chamber. The deep, desolate cold is gone. The air is now filled with a gentle, life-giving warmth. You did this, not with force, not with struggle, but with the simple, profound power of your own gentle, loving attention. Now, our only job is to sit with this new warmth, to let it soak into our bones, to honor this new beginning. The tiny flame has been born, and now we must learn how to tend to it, so that it may grow strong and steady. But that is a lesson for our next chapter. For now, just rest. Rest in the beautiful, golden light of your own inner fire, reborn. So let us be here in this moment. The hard work is done. The beautiful, delicate miracle has occurred. Where there was once only cold ash and a deep, desolate silence, there is now a gentle, living flame. Look at it. It is a small, stable, and beautiful fire, burning cheerfully in the center of your hearth. It crackles and pops with a happy, peaceful sound. It casts a warm, golden, and dancing light upon your face, and upon the stone walls of the great circular chamber. The deep, desolate cold is gone, replaced by a gentle, life-giving warmth that is beginning to soak into your very bones. You can feel the chill leaving your body, replaced by a deep, cellular sense of well-being. You did this, not with force, not with a desperate struggle, but with the simple, profound power of your own gentle, loving breath. You have brought light back into your own darkness. You have brought warmth back into your own cold. Take a moment to honor this achievement. It is a sacred and powerful act of self-love. But the work of a fire tender is never truly done. A fire, left to its own devices, will quickly consume its kindling and die out once more. Our task now is not one of creation, but of sustenance, of gentle, mindful tending. We must learn how to feed our inner flame, not so much that it becomes a raging, uncontrollable inferno, and not so little that it starves and fades back into a single, vulnerable spark. This is the great art of balance. Look around the chamber now. In the soft, flickering light of your new fire, you can see that the room is not as empty as you first thought. Leaning against the curved stone walls are logs of firewood. These are not like the kindling we gathered. These are solid, dense, and seasoned logs. They represent the more substantial aspects of your life, the fuel that can sustain you for the long haul. Let's examine them. This log, with its dark, rough bark, might represent your meaningful work, the things you do that give you a sense of purpose. This smoother, paler log might be your relationships, the love and connection you share with family and friends. This other log, with a beautiful, intricate grain, could be your creativity, your hobbies, the things you do just for the joy of creating. And this one, a simple, sturdy, and unassuming log, might represent your own physical and mental well-being. Sleep, good food, quiet time. A person who is out of balance might try to throw all of these logs onto the fire at once. They might pile on their work, their social life, their creative projects, their exercise regime, all at the same time, desperate to create a huge, impressive blaze. And for a moment, it might work. The fire would roar to life, a magnificent, towering inferno. But it would be dangerously hot, chaotic, and unsustainable. It would consume all the fuel in a great, frantic rush, and then collapse back into an even colder, more exhausted pile of ash than before. This is the cycle of burnout. We will not do that. The wise fire tender knows that a fire needs to breathe. It needs space. Let us choose just one log for tonight. The most important one. The simple, sturdy log of well-being. Let's pick it up. It has a pleasant, solid weight to it. It feels reliable. Carry it over to the hearth. Now, we are not going to toss it onto the fire. That would be disrespectful, and it might smother the small, delicate flames. Instead, we are going to place it gently, carefully, next to the burning kindling, not on top of it, but right beside it, where the flames can begin to lick at its edges. Watch what happens. At first, not much. The solid log does not ignite immediately. The small flames from the kindling dance around its base, caressing it with their warmth. This requires patience. The log needs time to warm up. It needs time to release its own stored energy. This is a profound lesson. When we are feeling depleted. We cannot just throw a huge new project or a demanding new relationship onto the embers of our energy and expect it to burn. We must start by gently reintroducing the simple, solid fuel of self-care. A good night's sleep, a healthy meal, a quiet walk. We must place these things gently beside our tired spirit and allow their slow, steady warmth to gradually catch fire. As we watch, a thin wisp of smoke begins to rise from the log. It is beginning to respond. A small blue flame appears at its edge, dancing shyly. Then another. The log is catching. It is not a wild, frantic burning. It is a slow, steady, and deeply satisfying burn. The flames from the log are different from the quick, bright flames of the kindling. They are deeper, more orange, more substantial. They produce a profound and lasting heat. Now our fire has a solid core. The kindling will eventually burn away, but this single, sturdy log will continue to burn for a very, very long time, providing a steady, reliable source of warmth and light. Our only job now is to tend to it. From time to time, we might need to gently nudge the log with a stick to turn it so that a new side is exposed to the flames. This is the act of mindful adjustment, of checking in with ourselves. What do I need right now? Do I need a little more rest? A little more quiet time? We are not making big, dramatic changes. We are just making small, gentle adjustments to keep the fire burning with a calm and steady rhythm. This is the secret to a sustainable inner fire. It is not about a constant, roaring blaze. It is about the gentle, mindful tending of a single, well-chosen log. The log of taking good, simple, and consistent care of yourself. From this one steady flame, all other fires can be lit. When you are warm and well rested, the log of your work will catch fire more easily. The log of your relationships will burn with a warmer, more generous light. But it all begins here, with this one, simple and profound act of placing the log of your own well-being at the very center of your hearth. So let us rest now. Let us sit together in the beautiful golden light of your own steady inner flame. Feel its warmth soaking into your bones, into the very marrow of your being. It is a warmth that is calm, strong, and deeply reassuring. It is the warmth of your own strength, your own resilience, your own quiet wisdom. You are not empty anymore. You are not cold. You are home, and you are warm. And so, the work is done. The great, difficult journey from the cold, dark emptiness to this place of warmth and light is complete. Let us sit together now, here on the floor of the great, circular chamber of your heart. Lean back against the smooth, cool stone wall, and let us simply be. Be with this fire. Be with this warmth. Be with this gentle, golden light. Look at your fire. It is not the wild, fleeting blaze of the kindling anymore. It is a deep, steady, and radiant fire emanating from the single, solid log of your own well-being. It does not demand constant attention. It does not roar for more fuel. It simply burns. It burns with a quiet, confident, and self-sufficient energy. It is a perfect picture of your own inner strength rediscovered. The light from the fire fills the entire chamber. It dances and flickers on the high, domed ceiling and the curved stone walls. The deep, imposing shadows that once filled this space are gone. They have been pushed back, transformed by the light into soft, gentle, dancing shapes. The room no longer feels like a cold, empty temple. It feels like a sanctuary. It feels like home. Feel the warmth of the fire on your skin, but feel, too, the warmth that is now coming from within you. The fire is not just outside of you, in the hearth. Its heat has soaked into your very being. You can feel a gentle, radiant warmth in the center of your chest, in your belly. It is a feeling of deep, profound, and unshakable calm. It is the feeling of coming home to yourself. There is nothing left to do now. There is no need to analyze or understand. There is no need to plan the next fire. The only task that remains is the most pleasant of all. To simply rest in this warmth, to let it hold you, to let it heal you. This is the art of integration. It is the process of allowing this experience, this feeling of inner warmth and safety to become a part of you. Let your body relax completely. Let go of any last, lingering tension. Feel it all just melting away in the gentle heat of the fire. Your shoulders are soft. Your jaw is unclenched. The tiny muscles around your eyes are smooth and at ease. You are completely and totally relaxed. Your breath is slow and deep and rhythmic, like the slow, steady pulse of the fire itself. A gentle breath in, drawing in the warmth and the peace, and a long, slow breath out, releasing, letting go, sinking deeper and deeper into a state of profound rest. The fire will continue to burn all night long. This sturdy log of self-care will provide a steady, gentle warmth while you sleep, protecting you, comforting you, and healing you on a deep, cellular level. You do not need to worry about it going out. Its job now is to watch over you as you rest. It is your faithful guardian through the night. And as you sit here, basking in this golden light, you may notice that your eyelids are becoming heavy. A pleasant, gentle sleepiness is beginning to wash over you like a warm, slow tide. Do not fight it. Welcome it. It is a gift. It is the natural conclusion to our sacred work tonight. Your journey from the cold back to the warmth has been a long one, and now you have earned your rest. Imagine, if you will, a soft, warm blanket being gently draped over your shoulders. It is a blanket woven from the very light of the fire itself. It is a blanket of pure peace and safety. Feel its comforting weight as it settles around you. The fire crackles softly one last time, as if to say, all is well. You can rest now. The gentle, dancing light begins to lull you. The steady, rhythmic warmth begins to soothe you. The quiet, crackling sound becomes a soft, hypnotic lullaby. You are safe. You are warm. You are at peace. The story is over now. The fire is tended. All that is left is the quiet, the warmth, and the deep, nourishing darkness that lies just beyond the edges of the firelight. It is time to let go of the story. It is time to let go of the images. It is time to simply float on this warm, gentle river of peace, all the way to the great, quiet ocean of sleep. Allow your awareness to dissolve into the warmth. Allow your thoughts to melt away like snowflakes on a warm stone. There is only the feeling of warmth now, the feeling of safety, the feeling of deep, profound, and unconditional rest. Sleep now, my dear friend. Sleep deeply. Sleep well. The fire will be here when you wake. Sleep.